Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world right now. Uh, I've missed you guys so much, and so glad to see you. I see the chat. Uh, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of updates of what has been happening throughout the past, I don't know, what, like 2 weeks since I was gone. So we're gonna catch up on that. We're gonna definitely check out what's going on New FM Discord channel because now, right now, this is the official name. As we go along and we change the format of the stream to the radio show, which is gonna be called New FM. The main idea is something I'm gonna talk about in a moment. Actually, let me know where you are watching from and. Starting from the why I haven't been here for so long is, first of all, there was a little bit of burnout that led to a decision about changing the format because I feel like I'm still, and if you are a frequent viewer, you probably know that I was struggling with finding my voice, so to say, and the reason why I want to shift the way I stream to radio show is to connect a bit better with you, to kind of have some time that is not music production, because lately I've been producing 24/7, and that has taken some serious toll on me. And I do have a story, like a history of burning out, and I definitely don't want to go there anymore. Also, there's so basically everything until now has been basically super busy. I am finishing some tracks. I'm starting some new ones. I'm meeting some really amazing singers, songwriters, other producers. So it's I cannot tell everything, but it's very 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 hectic right now, and also to prepare a radio show in the way I kind of see it also has taken way more, and still takes, actually, because it's not finished yet, but I'm gonna show you some bits and pieces today. This takes I don't need the glasses, man. I forgot to take them off. So yeah, that's how crazy and super fast things are in life recently. As for the new music, yes, there is gonna be. I really want to release something in the beginning of the next year, because that's one of the. How can I say that, actually? The one of the decisions that I made recently is to stop taking or starting anything new until I finish something I have to finish. So a single is one of the things that I have to finish, and I will do it probably before the end of this year, and schedule the release in the beginning of 2026. Speaking of that, let me show you actually what's going on. Starting from the second camera right here, which is gonna be like the main camera right now for the future shows. If you remember the map, which is right here, where I was putting all the pins from people who are and from where watching the radio show. Right now it's gonna be the radio show. I'm gonna think of the way how to make this map more kind of a accessible for me, even because right now I'm having a hard time to reach it because of the studio being super small and tight and literally packed, as you can see. I had to get like a wide angle for the iPhone. That's actually the way I connected everything is so, I don't know. I just used whatever I had in my inventory, so to say. So I basically used my phones to connect them via Wi-Fi to my streaming software. And as you can see, I have a Stream Deck right here, which allows me to change cameras, for example, mute my mic. Yes, and now unmuted. And apart from that, I actually was thinking of a way how to um, basically start how to mix the music, how to play the music, how I want the radio show to be, how much in control I want to be. And at first, I tried to have it a bit more like me talking, the music goes in the background. It doesn't necessarily mix into each other. Uh, but you know, my perfectionism and ambition has kicked in, and I decided that I will actually make the transitions before in between the tracks. At least I will try to. Definitely, I'm gonna talk a lot between the songs. Therefore, I was preparing the whole radio show structure, which I'm gonna talk about in a moment. But for now, first, let me show you a bit more of how I decided to play music. So if I play a song right now, let's say something really slow, okay? 1 second. Why there's so few, and why is it not sorting by BPM? Gee. So I'm using Tractor, and I never used Tractor actually before, maybe like 15 years ago. So it's completely new for me right now. And so I don't have the DJ controller. So to mix, I actually use this, which is ridiculous. So there are a couple of buttons here and knobs as well, which are working, or or they are not. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, they're working. They are working. I was moving the wrong knob. So, right. So I can play, and the crossfader is right here. It's like you cannot see it because it's out of the picture, but it's like an expression slider from the from the MIDI controller. So I'm using it as a crossfader to go between tracks. It's ridiculous. It's super improvised, but I kind of dig it. So let's keep it that way for now. For now, because I don't know if we're gonna keep it going, but I hope we do. So if I play the song right now, and I can easily crossfade between them, I can use the equalizer right here, so I can mix more seamlessly. But most importantly, which I thought is super important, and I hope that the music is ducking enough for you to understand what I'm talking when the track is playing. So what you'll see now is the now playing. So you're gonna see every time the new song is gonna play, there's gonna be a title, the artist, and I'm still trying to make the label visible as well, because I think that especially smaller labels need some recognition, they need some rep. So we're gonna do just that. Let me just put it here as well. And as for now, the grand reveal in the upper right corner, which is right here, you're gonna see the UFM logo. So that's pretty much how the show is gonna look like, at least the basics of it, you know. And we are gonna evolve over time, of course, naturally. So there's gonna be way more, right? So it's super cool. I'm really happy with the way it's set up right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna improve it like in short notice, but probably nothing. I'm not gonna touch anything before Friday, because the first episode of New FM is happening this Friday, same time, same place. So make sure to subscribe if you don't subscribe yet, so you can get an alert. I'm gonna also take care of like proper scheduling, so you can be notified beforehand, not the very last minute. But it's gonna be regular, of course. This is gonna be available to watch. I'm streaming simultaneously on Kick and Twitch as well. Let me know how is that working, because I'm don't have really the time to check it now. The only difference is right now on Twitch, because this is like a part of a DJ program, so I'm not gonna be able to have a VOD function, which is basically a possibility to watch it later. That's only gonna be available on YouTube, unless some label decides that they don't want me to play the music and they're gonna take the video down. Normally they don't. Normally they don't. Let me just stop the music for now because I'm getting super confused. So, and the title can go right. So, what I was talking about, yeah. And normally, what happens is I will try to be like whitelisted for the radio show, so I can play it without any constraints, without the videos being taken down. Hopefully, and if that happens, we're probably gonna just cut off the part of the copyrighted song that is causing the issues. But normally, all the episodes will be available to watch on demand whenever you want on my YouTube channel. So, ducking seems appropriate right now. I know. I've been really like, that was a trial and error. Actually, I was recording myself to check out if this is like the right amount, the right level. And as you know, if you've been watching before me producing, probably because I had the different, like a peak level on the master, it was working really weird sometimes because the music was too low comparing to the mic. Yeah, you know the problems, all the problems I had before. So I'm actually curious if I want to tell you about like what's gonna be the show structure, or should I keep it secret until Friday? Nah, you're here, so you deserve some bit of how do you say that? Should I spill the beans, right? So, if you were on Discord, you probably also heard the intro of the show. Do I have it here? I actually do have it here, so I can play the intro as well, which is it's stupid, okay, but I like it, kinda. It's basically, I don't know. Figure it out by yourself. So let me just play it, and you will tell me if this is something that if you can get already the idea. Why is it like this? Because that's a hint of what the radio show will be about and what's gonna be the core DNA of New FM.
In the world where people are trapped in nostalgia, looking for comfort in memories and everything they know. Well, even this intro sounds super outdated. So yeah, let me turn attention into something new. New FM with Dorian Numan. 1 hour of vibes you didn't know you even needed. So sit back, relax, or stand up, I don't care, and open your mind for something new.
And that was the intro for the show. I'm still tweaking it a little, but that's pretty much the concept for the show. The show is called New FM, not only because of my name, my alias, Dorian Numan, but also because I feel that we are really trapped in nostalgia. And as much as there's nothing wrong about it, because that's linked to the memories and we gotta cherish our history, etc., etc., I believe that also we kind of forgot to enjoy the new things. We are even to some extent we are scared of new things, of trying something new. And I feel like these could change a little and should change a little. So while we embrace the nostalgia, we could also point, like I could point your attention to something new and open your mind on that. And because I believe that, I'm sorry, the big names, the big artists with the big labels behind them, they don't really need, mm, you know, any more help that they have. And they're my past few years of my past life have made me realize that there's a fuck ton of artists that are pretty much undiscoverable, and that's because of many different reasons. Or their social media game is not that strong. They are maybe introverts. Actually, this is the shittiest time for introverts, right? So basically, the whole concept is to kind of put more emphasis on that. But let me guide you through the sections of the show. So if I go, 1 second, this is gonna be funny. 1 second, can I? If I just click this, which screen is gonna share? I don't remember. You're not gonna see anything bad, but what? That's not the screen. Okay, because I've 1 second. I just need to. We're gonna use that screen for a moment. Let me just check if there's anything. Yep. So if I make it a bit bigger. Oh, that's too much. Shish. 1 second. Oh my gosh, this is like 1 second. There's one minor tweak I forgot to do. Okay. So let me just make myself smaller. Yep. Perfecto. Okie doke. So, that's pretty much the rough structure of the show. That's gonna start this Friday. We start with the intro, nothing spectacular, of course. Then we have the newsletter, which basically is gonna be me talking about some topics from the mostly music world, but not only, that I think are important and more people should know about them. That could can be, for example, about some big updates or some unexpected events, or some big changes in the music business or the legal side of things, especially now that we have AI. I think that being up to date and knowing what's what is very important, and I would love to talk a bit more about that rather than only just about myself. So we do that. I think there's not enough people doing it, and especially when there are some things that should be, I think, how can I say that? Gee, as you can see, I'm not super prepared for the show today. For the show, it's not a show actually. This is an old school live stream, super laid back. But this changes this Friday, so that's why pretty much the next few days, the next 2 days are gonna be me doing absolutely best to deliver a proper show. So we have the news segment called newsletter. Then I'm gonna play a few tracks just to warm things up a little, so I can imagine people listening to the radio show at the gym, while running, or doing chores at home, whatever. And how I would love to have it is to start a bit slow, chilly. I also dig this kind of music. So we're gonna pick a few tracks that are not that extremely heavy. Then I would probably play something from me because you know, I wouldn't be myself if I didn't play. Do like some sort of a shameless self promo plug. Uh, and let's not lie to ourselves. That's also the purpose of the radio show, so I can kind of blend my music in. And actually, that's a great test for the music as well itself, to see if it really, you know, works in between other music. Have I? Does this make sense? Okay, so, and if I don't have any demo or a single at my hand ready to play, I'll do a mashup which I really love making until now, and there's a lot of edits I haven't really released, and I just use them during my live shows. So we're gonna go back to that. Expect some unexpected combinations of vocals, melodies, and songs from other artists, just for you exclusively on New FM, for now at least. Then we have a top 3 of the week. So this is my personal selection of the songs that I feel that were completely like won the game, at least this week. So we're gonna talk a bit more about that. This is also the place where we're gonna have some pretty well known names from the scene, and that's a general exception from the rest of the show. Then there's something interesting which I want to point your direction at. New message. You have one new message, and this is a voice note from you, from the listeners of New FM. You can drop it. Actually, I'm thinking if I could set up like a voice box on either Dropbox or my email address, or Discord, actually. But of course, if you want to keep it private, I would actually make the channel set it up in this way so nobody else can access it. It's only going to be like a one-way communication. So you sending a voice note with a track, maybe even, but that's not necessary. If you have something to say, you can do it right here. It's a trial. We'll see if it works, and if there's gonna be even people wanting to say something on the show itself. If yes, then this is gonna be the place where they will be able to do so. Yada 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 yada. More music, and then we have the new talent, and this is gonna be mostly people from the demo and self promo Discord section of our server, which is right here, and you can also log in on DorianNuman.com. Actually, I have to do the ticker. Which just like pops up on the screen whenever I say it. You know, like so you can your job at finding it will be much easier. So if you're not a member of New FM Discord server, be sure to join it, especially if you want to stay in touch with me, with all the news, everything that's happening behind the scenes, because for some of the things I am telling them, saying them, and leaking some juicy news only on Discord for the community. So this is the place where you will be able to know the most, and for sure as the first. We're also gonna listen to some demos actually today, because we have some catching up to do, as well as self-promo, which is also super active. I really love the fact that the community is a lot of music producers actually, and that's amazing to know that we can have a place where they all can gather and share what they love to make, love to do. And I cannot imagine another way to give back than to play it as a part of the show, because I am 100% sure that the show will have a bigger reach than the music production streams where we used to listen to the demos, and we will actually put it on the show so you can get some much needed exposure. And then I know, I said so many bad things about nostalgia, but we all do love some nostalgia. So we're gonna have an old song, but in a new version, to have this like little piece of nostalgia satisfied in us, so we can have some memories, but we can also embrace, cherish the people that are taking the time and effort to kind of give the new code to these records. And I think that sometimes, because people are saying, "Oh, you cannot touch this sacred song that I used to make love to 20 years ago," I beg to differ, actually, because some, especially young people, are not kind of, they are not aware of the artists or songs from back in the day if they didn't have the source. So if there's someone new on the radar, especially someone who is already like in their bubble, and if they touch a classic, so the new audience can reach it, and if they're curious enough, they will check out the original. And also, I'm sorry, and also the original artists, most of the cases, they do get royalties from the new versions. So what's the better way to support them if not just stream whatever version of the song, as long as they get credited for it? So there is a let's use this moment, after telling you everything that happened, that will happen on New FM. Actually, let me put back the logo again. Why the logo has been gone? 1 second. Hey, we have the logo. So the logo, this is a super rough thing. I did it like super quickly, and I'm not sure if it's even gonna be stay like this. But for now, you know, I have to remind this to myself super constantly, that it's better to do something and at least do it and publish it, instead of like just constantly making it better without this part of releasing it. So yeah, and we are going smoothly to the chat, and because I saw with somewhere with in the corner of my site, I saw the question of from Ronnie. Of all the songs you've written, is there one that you think you could have done better? Oh my, oh my. Actually, that's a really cool question. Let me just sit down so I can so I can tell you a story. All right, kids, listen up. So I think that that pretty much applies to all of the songs that that I've made, because our taste, our skills, pretty much everything evolves and changes every week, every month, every year. We grow up as people, both physically and mentally and emotionally. So they are, of course, but for the time they were out, they probably were the best, with some small exceptions. And as for now, of course, if I could do it, and if I had like 100% of the rights, which does not apply to all the collabs, I would probably just redo the whole catalog and release the new versions. But yeah, I would have to clone myself to find some time for that, because right now, oh my. So yeah, that pretty much applies to all of them. I actually was messaging. Should I say that? Screw it. So I was messaging Nervo, because I saw that they were actually about to release, and I think they even started playing it, their own version of "Let Me Show You Love" by Avicii. And if you know me and my like previous work, I used to have like a version that was even supported by Avicii himself. So until the very last show, and that's mind blowing for me. So I remember when I saw him play it for the first time when I was supporting him at Ushuaia in Ibiza. It was me, Hardwell, and Avicii. So when I heard this track, I wasn't sure if it's I thought he's playing his version, right? And then I heard like the kick underneath when the vocal started, like feel like I've been waiting so long for tonight, and I could hear like the kick, and I was like, what? That sounds familiar. And when the drop was coming, when there was a build up, I was like 95% sure. But when I heard the drop, my legs, I almost dropped on the floor, man. Like for me, like I was speechless. I couldn't even say anything, and talking about it even now is yeah, making me super emotional. And oh my, I'm gonna fucking cry, man. Ugh. Sorry about that. I never said thank you to him, you know, maybe like on Twitter, but that doesn't fucking count. And when I heard like he's gone, I was already gone too, in a way. So yeah, that was so yeah, back on the topic. I've messaged Nervo, and they didn't really reply. I don't know if they even saw my message, because you know it went to some like other folder, yada yada, whatever. Anyways, I can of course imagine, and that's probably the case. That's why I'm doing everything on my own right now. Radio show, I'm gonna probably release the music on my own, because from the business and PR standpoint, that would be potentially super damaging to work with me, to have me associated with, for example, some label or some artist. So I don't also want to be a liability. So no, I'm totally not throwing shade at Nervo. I love them so much, and I think they are doing a great job. So if you were to if you were to like ping them in the comments, please don't. Let them be. And if I'm gonna feel like it, I'm gonna just remaster. I think that's the best way to say it. I'm gonna remaster the my version, to make it more polished, because it was super rough. I was surprised that it got so popular. Another question from Frederick Chopin 4348. How long will be the episodes? 1 hour. For now, 1 hour. But if we are gonna have guests in the future, we for sure will extend that, so we don't touch the main core of the show. And I would love to have some guests. I actually have some ideas, also for taking the show outside of the studio, to play it live in some cool places, also live stream them. But like technically and logistically, it's a challenge to have like a seamless stream and connect all the equipment, yada yada yada. But I have plenty of time on my hands right now, so if you're gonna be patient enough, you will see it for sure. Another question from well, where was it? Oh, Trille. Wait, I don't have my glasses on. Trileikur, have I pronounced it correctly? He's quoting basically the intro, saying a world where people are trapped in nostalgia is basically hashtag hash music suggestions, which is a reference to our Discord, where you have the music discovery tab, where people can basically share whatever they listening to right now, which is also something I really wanted to have on the server in the community, because that's how I found a lot of amazing music in my life, simply by just because some friend has told me, hey, yo, check this one out, you know? So we're gonna do that actually. The show also is gonna be kind of me as a friend, virtual friend of yours, trying to introduce you to some of the music that has been that I have been vibing to also recently. So we're gonna have that. I'm sorry. I really actually after such a long break, or am I speaking in a wrong way from like a physical standpoint, because my throat is already effed. So I'm gonna I have to prepare a bit better for Friday. Another question from Marcosik. It's actually not a question, but he's saying, quote, I was so positively surprised when your track shingling was used in Netflix series Umbrella Academy. It was fantastic. I don't know if you've seen. Yes, I've heard about it. I actually, but truth to be told, I haven't seen the show itself. I know, right? I know. But yes, I've heard about it, and I think it's amazing. I didn't really expect that to happen. And another question from Roni. Do you still have the files for the Fat Brams remix? Oh my, that's a super old. That's actually one of the first remixes, official remixes that I've done. I'm not sure if I have the files. I would have to check, but I also don't see a point to go back so far away, because I think this is like 12 years or 13 years old. So that's a bit of a history, and I have, like I said in the beginning of the show, of the stream, I have so much on my plate right now that I haven't had time really to kind of think about anything else. And if I get to think about something else, I don't even write it down, because it's just, terrible moment to start anything new. Because if I keep starting something new all the time, I don't get to finish anything. So we don't want that. We don't want that. There was some question here, or no? I think that's it. That's pretty much it. So today's stream is gonna be pretty short. I think we're gonna stop in like 15 minutes or so. Just giving you a heads up, because I really have to prepare everything, so I can give you another. Well, actually, no, I don't want to jinx it. But I've worked on something as a songwriter and a producer that got submitted to a pretty serious music contest. I don't know if you can guess, but I will not tell you if you're right or wrong. I don't want to jinx it, because the submissions have just stopped. There was a deadline yesterday, and I was working until the very last moment to make it the best possible. So fingers crossed, we're gonna be considered. It's not me. It's not my solo release or a collab. I'm just a producer and songwriter. I preferred it that way, because I really want to start my new history, my musical history, with my own music, my own releases. But when the opportunity came to help someone, I was totally down. So that's also what's been going on in the past week, because that was like a super last minute thing to do. So guys, actually, we're gonna use the Discord promo and demo for the show for Friday. So I'm gonna definitely I have some catching up to do. I'm gonna check out all the new submissions, and also one more time. So let me just 1 second. Let me just open the page itself, so I can show you what I mean. So if you go to my page, which is doriannuman.com, simple as that. I didn't want to move that. I wanted to move that. Yeah. So you can see the address. Actually, it's a short link, but normally if you press doriannuman.com, you'll go here. Very simple. You also have it in the description of the video you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube. So if you go to doriannuman.com, you can join the Discord right away with a simple click, but you can also send me an email to new.fm@doriannuman.com, but you don't have to memorize that. There's a button for that. So if you press this button, you can send your music, you can send your voice note, you can share your story if you want, whatever you feel like sharing with me and with other listeners of New FM. The schedule stays untouched. Actually, I have been asking people on Discord whether they want it to start earlier or later, and then by the popular vote, we are staying at the same time. So we are starting from 9 a.m. in US West, finishing off at 1 a.m. next day in Japan and East Asia. So that's pretty much all the major time zones written down with their according time or when the show starts. And a question from Markosik. So episode 1 will be the proper one? Yes, 100%. This Friday, we are going to have the proper episode with the music, with me talking, with all the structure necessary. I'm actually, after this stream ends in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna work with Javi, my dearest partner in crime, to finish all the assets, like the visual assets for the show, to make it as decent looking as possible, if that's even possible at this stage. But we are doing our best. The family is growing, and I'm super happy to have people that are so committed to the thing. Yeah. Kasperos saying Elva by Pixel Cheese. This is the bell. This was my first release. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, still under the old name, the old name, Pixel Cheese, and I think that it was actually also the first. That was the first support on Tiesto's Club Life for me, and I was still going to to high school back in the day. It's unreal to think about it now. So yeah, guys, I think that covers pretty much everything I wanted you to know about before Friday. And is there anything else I want to say? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I think that that's pretty much it. We have the cameras and angles talked about. We have the logo here shown to you, the songs and everything. Yes, I'm pretty much working on the program right now. And if you want to contribute, if you want to send your voice note or share your story, go to doriannuman.com. I will be leaving you guys. And also, one more thing, very important actually. After the first episode, we're gonna have a week of a break from the show, out of a pure respect to the victim's family and what happened 8 years ago. I will not be doing anything, especially the radio show. So the second episode, let me just pop up the calendar super quick. The second episode will happen on December 12th. So we're gonna have first episode now on Friday, this Friday, and then episode 2 on the 12th. I'm still thinking how to tackle the Christmas period, but I will let you know for sure beforehand. So you'll know. And this is how the end of the year looks like for everyone, pretty much. But we are getting ready to kick things off for good in 2026, and I'm super glad to have you here, guys. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. See you all on Friday. Take care and have a good rest of the week. Bye bye.